students, in morphology of flowering plants, we have completed with the morphology of the root and the shoot. In this lecture, we are going to start with the morphology of the leaf. Leaf, as you know, is a flattened aerial part of the plant. It is green because of the presence of chlorophyll in it, and it is the most important vegetative organ of the plant for the process of photosynthesis. Other than photosynthesis, which are the other functions performed by the leaf? They are transpiration and gaseous exchange. Leaves arise on the stem only at the regions of the nodes, and they are formed by the shoot apical meristem. Okay, let us write down these points. Leaf is a flattened aerial part of plant. It is the most important vegetative organ for photosynthesis. It is green in color because it has presence of chlorophyll. What are the functions performed by it? Photosynthesis, then gaseous exchange, transpiration. These are the common functions. It can perform additional functions also other than these, but that is in case of the modified leaves only. We will see that in the modification of leaves. Next, arises on stem at nodes, and they are produced by the shoot apical meristem. How does the shoot apical meristem produces these leaves? Let us have a look at the shoot apical meristem. Where will the shoot apical meristem be present? It will be present right at the tip of the shoot, right here. This is called as the shoot apical meristem. It will comprise of meristematic cells, rapidly dividing cells, which will keep on increasing the length of this plant. If you look at the shoot apical meristem carefully, you will observe that it is covered like this by small leaves. It is completely covered by small young leaves. These young leaves are called as leaf primordia. Leaf primordia are the young and immature leaves, and in their young state they are covering the shoot apical meristem and protecting the shoot apical meristem. They protect shoot apical meristem, and the shoot apical meristem will keep on increasing in length and forming newer and newer leaf primordia, and it will keep on increasing and extending, and the leaf primordia that are left behind and are older will keep on expanding and become mature, and they become older leaves. So on a stem you will find that the older leaves are below and the young leaves will be on top. The small young leaves will be on top and the older leaves will be at the base of the stem. That order wherein the old leaves are at the base and the young leaves are on top, that order is called as acropetal order. The opposite is called as a basipetal order, in which the older plant part will be on top and the younger plant part will be below. But we will look at that later. Right now, this is acropetal order. Leaves are arranged on stem in acropetal order. Young leaves on top and old leaves at the base. So this is an acropetal order. Each leaf in its axile will bear a bud which is called as the axillary bud. But the axillary bud is a part of the stem, and we have learnt this in the morphology of stem. The axillary bud is also formed by the shoot apical meristem. Also formed by shoot apical meristem. In fact, all these aerial parts of the plant are formed by the shoot apical meristem, including the axillary bud. Right now we are looking exclusively at the morphology of the leaf. Now let us look at the parts of leaf. The leaf has three main parts. This is the first part. This part which is attached to the node. This part is the node, part of the stem, and the leaf arises from the node. This is the first part. This is called as the leaf base. This is the part wherein the leaf is attached to the node. It is called as the leaf base, also called as Hypopodium. The second part is the stalk, which is called as the petiole, also called as the mesopodium. And this broad green part is the third part, which is called as the lamina / leaf blade, also called as epipodium. Epipodium, mesopodium, hypopodium. Epi means upper, hypo means lower. Remember these words, these are important for you. So let us look look at each of these parts separately. Okay, let us start with the leaf base. Leaf base is the part of the leaf which is attached to the node, and it can be of two different types. In dicots, it is slightly swollen. As you can see, I've shown you slightly swollen, which gives it more rigidity. In case of monocots, this leaf base may be covered by a sheath-like structure, covering that leaf base completely, covering part of that petiole also. That is called as a sheathing leaf base. So in dicots, it is somewhat swollen, and in monocots, there will be a sheath covering the leaf base. So first one, we are looking at the leaf base, part of the leaf which is attached to node. It is of two types. It can be either swollen, which is seen in case of dicot plants like pea, bean, or it can be a sheathing leaf base, wherein a sheath-like structure covers the leaf base. This is seen in case of the monocots. Monocots like rice, wheat, grasses. The swollen leaf base is known as a pulvinus, okay, and sheathing leaf base is called a sheathing leaf base. So pulvinus and sheathing leaf base are the two types of the leaf bases. At the leaf base, there will be presence of this axillary bud in the axil of the leaf. Axillary bud is present in axil of leaf, very close to the leaf base. Apart from the axillary bud, there will also be presence of two leaf-like structures. There may be presence of two leaf-like structures here. Small lateral outgrowths may be present at the leaf base. In some plants only, in other plants it will be absent. These structures, these lateral outgrowths are called as stipules. Small appendages at leaf base. They may be present or they may be absent. If present, the leaf is called as a stipulate leaf. If absent, the leaf is called as exstipulate leaf. If present, stipulate leaf. Example, rose and pea. If absent, it is called exstipulate leaf. Fine, so that was about the first part of the leaf, that is the leaf base. Let's move on to the second part of the leaf, that is the petiole or the stalk, also called as the mesopodium. Let's write down about the petiole. The petiole will be a rigid structure that will help the leaf expose itself to sunlight. It will allow fluttering in the wind. It's a thin and flexible structure. It holds leaf to sunlight. It allows leaf to flutter in wind. If petiole is absent, and petiole can be absent in certain leaves, if petiole is absent, then the leaf is said to be sessile leaf. So that was about the petiole. Moving on to the third part, that is the lamina or the leaf blade. So leaf blade is this flattened broad portion of the leaf. Okay, it is green in color because of the presence of chlorophyll pigments in it, and it will also have the presence of these veins and veinlets. Okay, there will be one big vein present in the center which will be called as the midrib, and the midrib will branch out to form smaller branches like this. These are called as the veins and the veinlets. Veins and veinlets. The tip of the leaf will be called as the apex, and this outline of the leaf is called as the margin of the leaf. The margin can be either entire or it can be incised. These notches that you are seeing on this lamina, these are the incisions. This margin can be either entire or it can be incised. These are the incisions. Incisions. What is the purpose of these veins and veinlets? The veins and veinlets has vascular bundles, that is the xylem and the phloem inside them, so which are conducted from the stem. They will branch out like this, okay, and supply the leaf with water and other nutrients, and also the food that is produced in the leaf is transported via these vascular bundles, that is phloem, okay, back again to the stem for storage purposes. There will be presence of stomata on the leaf on the lower surface in case of the dicot leaves. We will learn about that later in anatomy, not right now. So these are the three different parts of the leaf.
In the name of Lord Mahadev, please subscribe.